Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you how to transfer a drawing from tracing paper onto your watercolor paper. And this is a great way to create a really professional looking watercolor painting without having that graphite pencil line stuck beneath your artwork. So if you'd like to learn how to do that, then stick around. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we are carrying on from last week. We did a quick, easy drawing hack, how to do a great professional drawing without any drawing skills in last week's video. So check that out if you didn't have a chance to watch it. I'm working from this photo I took of a tree frog in my garden. I've now made a drawing of it on tracing paper, and this week just a quick, easy video of how to transfer your drawing right onto watercolor paper. You do not want to draw directly unless you're very confident and you won't be erasing onto watercolor paper. You also don't want to draw really hard with hard pencil lines, because as you paint you want to lift off the graphite with a kneaded eraser. And if you do not know what that is, I'll quickly show you. This is a kneaded eraser, or known as a putty eraser. It's just kind of like putty, but it's a nice gentle way to just pick up graphite as you go so you don't paint over top, so you have a nice professional looking painting with no pencil trapped underneath. So today I'm going to put this aside, and I'm just using the back of the tracing pad as you do this, and now I'm flipping my drawing over, because you do want to draw on top of something when you're scribbling on the back of this, because this will transfer a little bit. So put it on top of a scrap piece of paper or tracing pad. And now I have just a regular artist's pencil. This is a B. And I am going to grab my sharpener because I see it's a little bit dull. And I just have a regular sharpener here. Nice and sharp now. Okay, all I'm going to do is take my pencil on the side, not upright, but on the side. And on the back side of the tracing paper, scribble over all of the areas that my drawing is covering. I'm just going to give that a little shake off. Okay, that looks good. And now you can see that everything has some graphite on the back. You could use graphite transfer paper for this. The reason I don't is, one, it's expensive and you have to buy it, and I do a lot of transferring. And two, when you do transfer over top, the line on your watercolor paper is very dark and harder to remove. So I prefer this method. Now I have my watercolor paper. This is a piece of hot pressed 300-pound Arches watercolor paper. I do use this for painting most of my animals. I also use Arches cold press for a lot of botanical paintings. I'm just going to situate this guy right in the middle of my paper. Then I am, whoops, got some fluff. Just grab some washi tape and just taping both pieces down just ever so slightly. It's also a good idea to have the photo that you are using for your drawing or tracing visible while you're doing this, just so in case you look at this and you're like, oh, what is that line doing? You can't quite make it out, then you can reference this and see what it is. Switching back to my mechanical pencil for a nice fine transfer. I'm just going to draw over top with a decent amount of pressure, not so hard that I'm going to dig into the paper, but enough that I'm going to press this graphite onto the watercolor paper. Now before I move this, I'm just going to hold it in place and peel up my paper, check that I've transferred everything. It looks good to me. And now I can move it aside. And now I have this lovely little drawing that's ready to paint. There's some loose graphite, so I'm just going to pick that up. And that's it for this video, and this is exactly how you'd want to transfer your watercolor or your drawings onto your watercolor paper for really professional looking results. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.